What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rum Leggets back again with another video. Yes, we back again, and it's about that time. I'm going to give you my best fall fragrances. Here I got right behind me. I got some great suggestions, and you know, fall kind of falls in the middle of the category of summer time, the end of the summer, and it gets a little cooler, right? So we got September right now. Where I'm at, it's roughly between 75 and 80 degrees in the early part of the fall. And then we get to those cooler months going into October, November, early part of December, when you know that cool, cold air starts to hit you. So I'm gonna give you a very diverse, level of fragrances that I have behind me, niche quality, and something that, man, you guys are gonna love, especially the new ones, newcomers that just joining my video for the first time. I'm Rome, and I talk about niche fragrances, hard to find fragrances, and luxury fragrances. If that's the type of fragrance reviews and fragrance videos you're looking for, please, if you like this video at the end, subscribe, share with your friends, give me a thumbs up, and also hit that bell icon. All right? So let's get right into this. Enough talking. Fall fragrance video coming up. I'm in Wonderland when she coming down the hallway. I don't care if she take all of mine, like it ain't shit but $1 sign. All right, so we're gonna start off with a banger. We not hesitate, we not, shortchanging y'all. We're gonna give y'all some great ones, all the way from number 14. Yes, I got 14 fragrances here, all the way from there, all the way to number 1. All right, here we go. At number 14, this is one of the newest fragrances in my collection. Honestly, this is a new fragrance. It just came out, and I want to introduce you guys to it. I did a full review, so some of you guys probably seen it already. But this is from Lex Elixir, and this is Phantom. Phantom is a gorgeous fragrance, and what I'm going to do here, this theme is just going to tell you, it smells great. This one has an aromatic kind of feel. It's airy, it's slightly spicy, and it has hints of suede or leather. Woody tones in the base, a great fragrance, but the main focus on this fragrance is its airy aspect. Definitely feels light in the opening, soft spices. You guys got to get this one for the early part of the fall. Even in that 70 to 75 degree weather, this one will perform excellent. And a great fragrance for a first date. Looking for a compliment getter? Phantom, excellent choice. Next up is a fragrance that I fell in love with a little while ago. It's from the perfumer Oz, my man. He used to be a fragrance reviewer. Some of you guys know him. Fantastic fragrance reviewer. Just when you're talking about someone that's in depth with study, trained himself, and now he has his own line. Y'all know it's Motif Olfactive. And this is Daituma Azuma. Hope I'm saying that right. But one thing I can tell you about this is one of the best coffee fragrances I've ever come across. And this isn't your typical coffee. This is an African coffee. So you can only get this type of coffee brewing from the motherland. And that's unique, that's authentic, and something that if you live in the United States, you're usually going to get the Colombian coffee, the Mexican coffee, or American coffee majority of the time. So to have something that's from Africa, a childhood fragrance, if you watch his review and talking about it, he said this fragrance reminded him of his childhood and the coffee being brewed in the morning. So if you want something that's super strong, sweet, and also has a great coffee note in it, check this one out from Motif Olfactive. Let's go to the next one. At number 12, I literally just did a review on this just recently. It's probably my latest fragrance video up, and that fragrance is from Mas Milano, and that's Tango. Tango. I don't know how to tango. I'm not even gonna try. This is amber and booze. We're talking about something that's sweet, sexy, seductive. This is all that in a bottle. I said it in my review, I'm gonna say it again. This is a party fragrance. This is something you're gonna wear trying to go out. But man, when I tell you, original composition and beast mode. 30 mil will take you a long way. Get your nose on Tango. Oh man, you can thank me later. Next up is from one of my favorite fragrance houses. You guys have seen me review at least 7 fragrances from this house, and that's Incense. This fragrance here is from their earlier collection, which is the Base Notes collection. And I'm talking about Santal Basmati. The name says it all. Sandalwood Basmati rice. If you're looking for something that's creamy, woody, warm, and something that you use in an intimate setting, this is it. Sitting, relaxing, Netflix and chilling with your boo, or you want something that just smells good. It's not heavy, it's not taking up the whole room, and it's not screaming. This is a soft, strong foundation of a fragrance, and creamy. That creaminess is just wonderful. Santal Basmati from Incense. Get this in your collection. Fantastic fall fragrance. I think this is number 11, right? Yeah, number 11. Let's move right along. I told you I was going to hook you out with some bangers, right? Some fragrances that you probably haven't heard of, or some fragrances that are new to the fragrance world. And I want to give y'all some of these joints, man. This one right here, I haven't even done a review for this one, but I had to put on a list because it is such an amazing fragrance. Such a pleasant surprise when it comes to fragrances. As a fragrance reviewer and a collector, you kind of get in the stagnant mode when you're like, nothing really surprises me, nothing's really wowing me. And this fragrance right here, it did it. This is Hala from Erdemo. Erdemo was created by the same creator from Kajal Perfumes. So I'm assuming that's his sister company. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But what I can tell you about this joint right here, ooh, Oriental spices. Beautiful, dark, warm. Just, this is something that I would consider close encounter. In the sheets, you're only wearing this when you know you're going to see that special person. That whole, panty dropper thing, I'm not going there. But something that's going to turn the ladies' heads is this joint right here. If you want a warm, amber-based fragrance, you want something that has just such a heavy spice, but controlled. Hala is it. I'm going to do a full review on it. I don't want to spoil anything, but sweet, seductive, and one of the fragrances I can say that the women are going to go crazy for this one when they put it on their man. Get this in your collection at number 10. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoying this. We're moving right along. Y'all see it in my hand. I ain't got to tease you guys. This is from Sense of Wood. Sense of Wood is that subscription-based fragrance company that I've subscribed to for 2 years. And every fragrance I've smelled has been spectacular. Something that I can consider super luxury and exclusive. If you're looking for a fragrance house like that, I would encourage you guys to go check them out. All right, from now on, these fragrances are going to lean more towards the cooler part of the fall. I'm talking about mid to late October, going all the way into December. All right? And that fragrance I'm talking about is Praline and Maple. I reviewed this fragrance and I was blown away. I was blown away and transported to Thanksgiving breakfast. This is the morning of, you wake up, you got your whole family in the house, relatives coming over, and the ladies and some of the guys are in the kitchen cooking up breakfast for the kids and each other, right? And this thing smells like literally maple syrup from either Pennsylvania or Maine. And it is so freaking good. Now, I know praline is supposed to be resinous, syrupy, sweet, almost honey-like. And that is what I get. This smells like maple syrup, honey, pancakes, and a hint of vanilla extract. If you get that bready smell and you want something that smells like morning breakfast, Praline and Maple is the one you want to grab. This is probably top 5 sexiest fragrances in my collection. Go get it. This is at number 9. Speaking of sexy fragrances, I cannot not have a fall fragrance list without putting Valhelm in there. Come on, y'all. Oh, you talking about someone that's trying to do some naughty stuff? Somebody that's trying to live on the dangerous side. A little. This one right here. Wow. This is Eau de Fer. Give me a second, y'all. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'll tell you. Spice, honey. That's all I need to say. If you want something that smells like a spiced honey fragrance, get this in your collection. Soft spices, heavy on the honey. Even the honeycomb, I would say, with a little bit of a woody dry down. Another just unbelievably sexy fragrance. Alluring. This is going to leave a trail. This is going to turn heads. Almost give you whiplash, especially if a female wearing it. If the lady is wearing this and I smell it, oh my goodness, I am going to get smacked in the back of the head by my wife because I'm definitely going to look, who that? What she got? Who is that? Oh man, this is so good. I bought this off of first sniff, had a sample, and loved it ever since. Mm. Eau de Fer by Valhelm Perfume. Get in your collection at number 8. We moving, y'all. We moving right along. I told y'all. Y'all not ready for these bangers, man. I hope y'all got a list. I hope y'all writing this down. Y'all have to write it down. Y'all can just rewind the video. But I hope y'all taking notes. If if you haven't been convinced now, I'm bringing some just treasures to y'all. And I want to do that because y'all my people. Y'all my smell good guys. Come on, man. I got y'all. And I can't be slacking. I got to keep going. Next up is from the prestigious house of Spirit of Dubai. And I had to show you this. This is Abraj. Now, I have to say, Abraj tricked me because when I first smelled this, I just assumed that it was a summer fragrance, right? Because it has a citrus opening, right? But no, 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 no. The woody tones in this, the almost barbershop style dry down is what brought this fragrance to make me love it after sampling it. And I bought it because I was like, this is going to be perfect for the summer. And it was too much. It was too heavy. I wore it in a cooler night. It was probably around 65 here, and it performed amazingly. I said, "Whoa, that's what I'm talking about." Because I did put it at the bottom of the shelf after being disappointed wearing it in the summertime. Not gonna lie. When I wore it in that 60-degree weather, I mean, you saw fireworks go off. I was like, "Oh, Eureka! This is what I'm talking about." So I can imagine when it gets to the 50, 40 degree, it's gonna perform even better. This whole house, this whole brand, you gotta get in your collection. For this one here, Abraj, you gotta get it. This is from Spirit of Dubai. All right, that was number 7. We're going to number 6. And y'all probably gonna either say, Ron, why do you put this at number 6? That's crazy. This should have definitely been higher than that. Or you're gonna be like, why is it even a list? It shouldn't even be in your 4 fragrance list. It's one of the two, I'm assuming. But I put it in here because it is, if you wear it right, a fantastic fall fragrance. And that fragrance is from Amouage, and that is Royal Tobacco. Now, if you smell this fragrance, you know this fragrance is borderline beast mode, if not just beast mode. Period. It is. It's beast mode. It's not borderline. I'm not gonna even joke with you. It was actually even in my beast mode fragrance video. This is incense and heavy tobacco. Now, this is more on the smoky tobacco side, not a pipe tobacco, more like a cigar. Just before it was lit, the incense behind it is the smoky aspect. But man, there's a sweet nuance to this that just makes me go crazy for it. You gotta get it in your collection. And I know y'all say, Rome, if it's so heavy, why are you putting it in your fall fragrance list? Because around November, December, the holiday time, I'm gonna be rocking this. I haven't even done a review for this, and I haven't even worn it yet because I'm waiting for the cooler months. But I know from sampling it in the summer and regretting that immediately, and knowing how it performs and how it smells, this is going to be outstanding for the fall. Get this in your collection. Y'all probably already know this is a banger. All right, at number 6. All right, we down to the top 5. Top 5. There's no question. These are the best of the best. And I got to give you the best of the best because y'all my peoples. I told y'all the best of the best is coming to y'all right now. At number 5. Number 5 is from Bodicea the Victorious. Come on, y'all. This is harmonious. Compliment magnet. Compliment magnet. Every single time I've worn this, I have been overwhelmed with compliments. And when I tell you, the only 2 notes that I keep getting out of this, that I'll say 3. Only 3 notes I get out of this that makes me go crazy every time I wear this. There's a cognac powdery aspect met with a like an airy sugar, like a soft, sweet note. This powdery note is so good. The cognac gives us this boozy aspect. And man, the seductive part where I know the compliments are coming and when you get that whiff of sweetness. And every compliment has been for females. And I'm loving it. I'm not a real big guy on compliments, but when the lady stops you and almost like just aggressively asks you, what is that you wearing? What is that? Oh my God, you smell so good. And it's like back to back to back. You can't do nothing but smile. Can't do nothing but feel good about yourself. So you guys that be talking about compliments, I get what you're saying. It just, when it's to the point where it seems like flirtatious or you're being nasty, then it's like, I don't really want to hear all that. But this right here, get in your collection. Harmonious from Bodicea. Powdery, boozy, sweet. Enough said. At number 5. All right, at number 4. Come on, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I got 4 more. Man, this one, I love this fragrance so much. I've been trying to get this fragrance in my collection for the better part of 8 years and just got it last year. And I can't rave about it enough. This is from the established house of Kriegler Perfume. And that fragrance is Oud for Highness 75. This is the most refined, the most authentic Asian oud I've ever smelled. We're talking about clean oud, not the animalic, fecal, barnyard smell. So no. This is made for royalty. This is actually made for a royal prince in the Middle East. You guys know the story. If you don't, go look up my fragrance review. It explains the whole thing. But if you're looking for a clean oud with hints of fruit notes and the smoothest wood tones that you can imagine, this is it. And I'm talking about last 10 hours easy, and it doesn't drop in level. It stays very close to the skin, maybe about a foot away from you, but the pumping of that smell, the pumping of this radiating smell that comes off of your skin, it pushes out and comes back immediately, where it's just hitting you ever so slightly enough for you to enjoy every aspect of this fragrance. Get in your collection. This is a perfect, cooler fall fragrance if you like clean oud fragrances. One of my best fragrances in my collection. This is at number 4, Oud for Highness. All right, number 3, I've talked about this fragrance for about a year now, and it is my gourmand of gourmand fragrances. This is the fragrance that I say reminds me of, basically it reminds me of Thanksgiving dinner or any type of holiday, even Christmas. right? So let's go ahead and talk about this one. This is from MDCI. And this is Le Desal Galant. Yes, beautiful lady she is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, sweet lady. Sexy. Well, I tell you, boy, these white women. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But man, let me tell you how good this fragrance is. This fragrance is, like I said, Christmas morning, Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, any of the holidays that run around those times when you're sitting down with your family and you can smell any of the dessert that comes after dinner. Cinnamon. I gotta spray this. I'm sorry. This is so good. This is so good. Go check out my review. If you're looking for a gourmand fragrance that smells sweet, spicy, and really like a fruit cake, this literally smells like a fruit cake. You got to get it in your collection. Let's go on to the next. All right, this one was really hard. This one came up to be number 2. And the only reason it is number 2 in my list is because it has aspects of other fragrances that I smell, and number 1 doesn't. So, number 2, the Established House Gourmand Picks. And this one is Amber Mill. Now, Amber Mill, fantastic raspberry, honeycomb fragrance. This is another gourmand fragrance. If you love fruity, tropical fruit, I consider raspberry tropical fruit. You like amber notes in the dry down, and you love honey. This is going to be fantastic. And the reason I said this reminds me of something, because it has hints of the what is it called, Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. You get hints of that because this honey raspberry note kind of reminds me a slight bit of that Lost Cherry. But the amber and the dry down with the spices completely change this into a masterpiece. Don't get it twisted. They're not the same fragrance. Just in the opening, you get a little bit of that. That's why I didn't want to put it at number 1, because there's another fragrance I got to show you that is superb. But perfect fall fragrance, date night, and just one of the most alluring fragrances you'll ever get in your collection. All right, on to number 1. All right, guys, the anticipation is over. We finally got to number 1, and I'm so happy to show you guys this fragrance. I reviewed it. It is from the stylish fashion house of Hayari Paris, and this is Evening Signature. Now, I've been raving about this fragrance all year, telling you how great it is, and of course I couldn't wait to put this in my fall fragrance list. Let me just tell you, this is another oriental warm combination of a chypre meets a gourmand, and then it dries down to the most elegant oriental fragrance you'll ever get your hands on. It's so damn good, guys. Oh my gosh. With this beautiful, warm, sweet, elemi note in the opening, and this gorgeous tonka bean at the dry down, this is a just fantastic combination of elegant meets GQ. If you're looking for something that is new, authentic, refreshing, and innovative as a fragrance, you cannot pass up on this one. This is such a fantastic fragrance. Evening Signature by Hayari Paris is my number 1 fall fragrance. Get your hands on it. You'll thank me later. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Man, hope I did it fast enough for you guys to enjoy it. But this this was fun. My fall fragrance list is always one of my favorites, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, do me a favor, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna leave all the information down below where you can get this fragrance at. You know, I got you guys on that. All right, until next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, peace.